morning. Good morning. It's Monday. Yuck. Yuck. Or is that a yuck? Doesn't matter a whole lot, I guess, whether it's Monday or Sunday or Wednesday. In reseller world, there's not a whole lot of difference. Or in silver and gold stacking world, there's not much of a difference. So, how's everybody doing? Hi, lag. You're the first in. You're first. Congratulations. You may be the only. Wouldn't that be weird if it was just you and me, lag? That would be weird. Just you and me against the world. Yeah, you'd prefer it. You don't like the other people that come in? Yeah, Tom is out today. He's chasing down a passport office. Apparently, the nearest place to him to get a passport, they have a waiting list until January to get one. Sadie, bum crack. And it's so weird because here we have a post office that does passports, and all you have to do is like call them the day before and set up a time to come in, and then you come in the next day. Or you could probably even come in the same day if you called them 2 or 3 hours ahead. But Tom is having to get in his car and drive a couple of hours just to get a passport. Sadie's in, yay! Man, I didn't want to be here alone with lag. That could get dangerous. Bum crack picker, all the way from merry old England, the north of England, the northeast of England. You're going to send him a passport? He probably doesn't want yours. Your picture isn't going to look like him. Robin! Robin, Robin, rockin' Robin. Doot, doodle doot. Doot, doot, doot. Who wants to buy a kidney? Times are hard. Times are hard. Man. Um, I thought we would have a bunch of traffic in front of my house this morning because when school starts, the elementary school is just right down the road. It's just a block and a half away, so a lot of times we'll have cars back up here from all the way from the elementary school up to here. And there isn't any traffic, so I guess school hasn't started yet. Has everybody got school starting this week or next week? Public schools I'm talking about. Robin says sales tripled this weekend. Not sure why, but happy for the sales. Yeah, eBay's a funny duck, isn't it? Sometimes it just bounces around. My sales chart looks like a roller coaster for sure. But we have been do. We've been having a good sales here, real steady. Dun, dun. Ever since I've done like I started on July 26th, Friday. I put 5.1% promoted listing for advertising, and it's obviously working. So my sales are up 13% for the month, and I'm well above my monthly average for sales. For uni, it starts here August 24th. For 11th, it's the 28th, and 5th is the 4th of September. Uni, I guess you mean university. Yeah, you got one in university, don't you? Is your oldest son going to university in where you live? Do, 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 do. Have you tried the AI, eBay AI? I'm all out. I have not tried it, but I've been watching. Tried the AI app. I have seen the picture help that Philly Flipper. I don't know if any of you watch Philly Flipper, but he started on his first picture. He added background to his first picture. Oh, Jim used it for description. I don't know why. If it makes it easier, I don't know why you wouldn't want to use it for common items. Like if you just got a good old pair of shoes, the AI is going to know something about it. Or like this saber saw. If you got a Hitachi saber saw with a model number, um, does the AI look up the model number and make a description based on what it is? Hitachi CJ18DGL. It sure would make things easier. I wish I had a battery to test this. I'm gonna have to list it as probably working but untested, which is a shame because this is worth a few bucks. Let me look up a Hitachi. HITACHICJ18DGL tool. Let's see. DGL? Yeah. SAB. Is it SABER saw or SABRE? There it is for brand new for $298. Mine's not brand new, but if I can't test it, I wonder how much a battery would cost just to get a cheap one from China to go along with it. Do, do. I don't see a battery for a Hitachi. Maybe I need to type in something different. Sorry, I'm down a rabbit hole. I'll be right with the chat in a second. Hitachi 18V battery. Oh God, ooh, they're expensive. They're like $30. Dang. Because if the saw doesn't work, I don't want to spend $30 to get a battery. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, if it was a $15 battery, I might go for it. And obviously, I don't have a charger either. Do, do. Yeah, okay. But yeah, why wouldn't the AI work when listing this? It probably would. Do, do. Wonder if I could get like just a 18-volt charger and strip some wires coming off of it and just touch it to these. Be careful what you wish for. People love easy. I haven't done one. I suppose I could. The AI is a little too happy in description. Have to delete some of the must-have by. Okay, well that makes sense. I got a Icky Poochie, Itchy Poochie. Sorry, they make a cream for that, I think. Cheap batteries are a liability. I know, but I just want to get a cheap one to uh to test it with. I don't even have to put the battery with it unless you got good insurance. Yeah. Yes, you can test without batteries. I know I got 18-volt chargers around here. If I could find out which lead goes to which, which one's negative, which one's positive, that type of stuff. This has got like 3 prongs. Probably the negative is the single one, right? And the positive would be these two or just one of them. I don't know. A battery adapter. Huh. I got some 18-volt. I got a couple of 18-volt. Um, what's another? Crap. Can't think of the tool name. Man, I'm having old man troubles. Um, let's see. DeWalt. That's what I'm trying to think of. I've got a couple of 18-volt DeWalt batteries I run my little tool set with. Okay, Google. H-I-T-A-C-H-I. 18-volt adapter. Do, do. Battery adapter. Amazon. Let's see. $19 on Amazon. Well, that'd be cheaper than a Metabo. I don't know if this is a Metabo or not. Anyway, yeah, it looks like you could get an adapter a little cheaper than buying a battery. All right, y'all talk amongst yourselves. I gotta go move my hose. Okay. Silverhair hose mover. All right, I have a story. Big story. I got scammed by a buyer on eBay. Da, da, da. It doesn't happen very often, and in fact, I cannot remember the last time I had a buyer scamming on me. Yeah, I've had a few that were fishing for a partial return or something like that, but they usually go away when you tell them, "I just send it back and I'll give you a refund when I get it back." It wasn't you. All right, I sold this Sony receiver. It wasn't an expensive receiver, and it didn't even have a remote with it, so I sold it pretty cheap. I think like $40. I know. No, Tom is out getting a passport today. But all right, first the buyer wants a full. He says it arrived broken. I said, okay. Send me some pictures. So he sent me some pictures. I said, well, what would you like to do? He said, I'd like to keep the item and you send me a full refund. I said, no, we're not going to do that. I'll give you a choice. I'll give you a $15 refund, partial refund, and you keep it, or you return it to me for a full refund when I get it back. So the buyer accepted the $15 partial refund, so I did it. The next thing that happened, he puts a big old negative feedback on his purchase. He's talking about how I don't answer messages sent. Like, BS, we went back and forth about 10 or 12 messages over this deal. So I try to get eBay to take down the negative, and they wouldn't do it. So, like, well, crap. All right, I'll just live with the negative. And then the buyer opens a return. Wait a minute. I already gave him a partial refund. How can he even do a return? I guess they can. So he opens a return and sends it back to me. I'm like, well, you pile of crap. So he sends me this busted up piece of crap, and he sent it in a almost like a cereal box type situation. All right, but check it out. Can you see the serial number there? Da, da, da. All right. Memorize that serial number on this 8902043. So I go, I wonder if that's the same one I was sending. The plot thickens. So on the YouTube picture of this video, I put the correct serial number, which is a different serial number. Da da da! 8882349. He did the old switcheroo over a $40 stereo. Like, man, this guy jumped through a lot of hoops to get a free $40 stereo. If he'd spent the same amount of time doing something productive, he could have just bought the stereo and been happy with it. Instead of spending, I bet the guy spent 2 hours doing all these messages and negative feedbacks. But remember that last four numbers, 2349. And the last four numbers on the one he sent back, is that 2349? No, that's 2043. That dirty scamming and frickin' crappin' rackin' rack snacking. Maybe he knows me. Why would you mess with me over a $40 item? That's just stupid. So I get a hold of eBay about it and say, look, this is what happened. And I can show you pictures of the two different serial numbers. Well, you'll have to attach those to a message from the buyer. Well, I already blocked the buyer. And the guy said, I think he sounded Indian, like Indian. Anyway, that type of accent. I could understand him though. But so I told the eBay rep, yeah, I want my $15 back. I want the negative removed, and I'm not going to pay anything on this return, because when you click on item has been delivered, returned, the only option you have is to give them a refund. That's it. So, um, so I unblocked the bidder and put a message, or the buyer, and sent a final message saying, this buyer returned a different item than I sent, and I put the two pictures of the two different serial numbers. Because I did have a pic. Thank goodness I had a picture of the original serial number in the listing. So I had a picture of the original serial number, and I had a picture of course, I got a picture of this one. I've got it right here. So the rep said, "All right, we got the information. We'll get back with you within 4 business days." So I'll let you know how it turns out. Give me the username. I'll handle it for you. Does everybody want the block bidder's name? Call eBay again and again and again. Screw that. Yeah, if they don't resolve it in my favor, then yeah, I'm gonna open a what do you call it? Pissed off case. Out the asshole. There's websites that will. I got connections. I'll just call my buddy Luigi, and he'll go take care of him. Break a few legs. I never get back with you. Yeah. Obviously, I've got the guy's address from the shipping, so dark web time. Anyway, nah, I ain't gonna get somebody to break a leg for me, but there you go. Bum, 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 bum. Don't want to work with any leg breakers, I don't think. But that's really, I sincerely don't remember the last time I had a scam anything like this. Yeah, Glock, I'm a loner again. Nobody wants to come in the chat. Here, I'll put a link to the chat again if anybody wants to jump in. Save me from talking by myself. Somebody, anybody, save me from my loneliness. I can't stand it. I know. And that's exactly what it is. It's thievery. So I got another little story. What's the oldest item you have listed in eBay? Like in your eBay store. Okay. This item, it was kind of a 1930s, 1940s brochure of pictures from California. Some pretty cool memorabilia. Look, look Al, they got Ray. They got Ray on here on the cover. Most of y'all don't know who Ray is, but Al knows who Ray is. 24K knows who Ray is. Anyway, this sold. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. It's got old pictures of the Golden Gate Bridge and trains and stuff. Trestles. This is before they built the interstate highway system. So a lot of people still traveled by train. So I think it was like a brochure that you could get. You could do this one favor. Rolex, Rolex, Rolex. Yeah, that should bring a 24K in. 24K bat signal. No, not like an antique. That is, I've had this listed in my eBay store for at least, count 'em, 5 years. What did I sell it for? I sold it for $5.50 plus shipping. So I had marked it down and marked it down, and it probably should have just gone in the trash. And I've got several things like that. But isn't that crazy to have something listed for 5 years and it doesn't sell, and then just boom out of the blue. Wow, that's a pretty good flip right there, lag. That's better than pretty good. That's like awesome. All right, third story. Was playing some poker again this weekend, and guess who? Mr. Sadie. He wins another 400 and something bucks. And I'm like, God, how do you do that? I think I won like $6 on one tournament. He just up and wins another 400. Don't ever play poker against Mr. Sadie. That's my advice. Yeah, I mean, little bits of ephemera like that, they take up like zero space. It's not like you got a big old stereo speaker listed. It's just kind of like postcards, just little, something little. Mr. Sadie, yeah, Shark. Shark Week. He's just gotten really good at playing poker, and on top of that, most of the players that we play against in online poker are just not very good. Now, some of them are good. You see, in the tournaments Sadie and I play, I see a lot of the same players doing really well consistently. But most of the ones, that lose tournaments early, or the first half of people knocked out, are usually names I don't recognize. Doo -doo. Yeah, the buyer even sent me a message about those California pictures. He said, "Thanks for offering these so cheaply." Um, he said these folios were sold for $1 or less from 1943 through 1948. So yeah, that stuff's even older than me. Baby shark. Da, da, da. Yeah, Glock. It's like you just have to watch how they play. and make sure you're watching when it gets to a showdown, you watch what cards they had against their opponents and kind of try to memorize how they bet before on hands that might be similar to one you play against them. And on the poker site we play on, America's Card Room, there's a place you can put a note about a player, so that if you ever play him again, you can have a short note written about that player. Like a lot of times I'll put, this player is sneaky, but he's pretty good. Or this guy likes to bluff a lot. Or, just whatever. Dun, dun. Yeah, but you don't get to see faces. They used to let you chat on there with the other players, and you could find out a lot of stuff about how they chatted. But they knocked that out. I guess people were abusing that. Yeah. Yeah, timing's another thing. If they're betting fast when they usually bet slow, I mean, that's a tell. Or if they call a lot and all of a sudden they switch to betting a lot, that's a tell. But yeah, it's harder. It's harder to get to read other players online than it is live for sure. I haven't gotten to play a lot of live. Yeah, you just got to watch their past play and see if the hand you're playing against them resembles that. If I think a player's bluffing, I'm usually right maybe 65, 70% of the time. Yeah. Another thing I do, and I know Sadie does, is if a player has a really large stack, if they're way up in the standings of the tournament, then most likely they're going to play a whole lot looser because they can stand to lose a few chips. So, I mean, you see that in live tournaments all the time. If you watch World Series of Poker, any those guys with the monster big stacks, they were always pushing the pressure, keeping they may not even have a very good hand, but they're always pushing. And they would get a lot of players to fold. That's the same in online. So they're just all kinds of strategies. Nope, no computers. All right, gotta move my hose again. I'll be right back. Da, da, da. You're a butt. I haven't sold a single one of those things. I don't know what's wrong with urinal cakes that nobody wants to buy them. I may have to lower my price. Yep, yep, yep. I've got a sprinkler system, but I'm pretty sure it's got to have leaks because when I use it, I get really high water bills. So I'm like, golly, I really don't want to pay somebody to come out and dig it all up and fix all the leaks. Overlay programs. They are legal to use? Huh. An outhouse. Uh, I've used the outdoors sometimes. I do have a privacy fence around my backyard. Have it fixed. Short hose. Now I got a long hose. All I heard was cake. Pancakes. I don't see those advertised much. I don't. How did you find out about them, Sadie? I'm typing out all my happy birthdays. Uh-oh. Da da da. Hi, Beard.
I thought you were alone. I don't have a ton of
Can you
signal,
hear?
but I thought I'd say hello.
Yeah. How you doing?
Been sweating like a been sweating like a whore in church. Damn. So this
Yeah.
building has like one fan. This warehouse has like one fan on the end of it. You know, a
Yeah.
fan in this kind of humidity and heat is just like blowing. Somebody just spitting on you. Hot breath. So.
You talking about your storage facility?
No, the auction is Monday
Ah.
morning. The auction is not air conditioned. It's just a warehouse.
Wow. I don't think I'd want to work in there all day.
I'm gonna run the air conditioner full blast until my nipples will cut glass.
I would too. Man. So how many items did you take into the auction?
So how were your sales this weekend? Were they strong?
Yeah, they were good. Good average. I didn't sell a lot, but I sold a couple of items that were up there in value. Sold some pickup truck rail protectors. Those things are going to be fun to ship. They're 85 inches long. They sit on top of the sides of your pickup bed.
Right.
But I got $100 for them, and it's not going too far. It's going to like Nashville, so it's going to be like 25
I hope you
bucks
charged
to
for
ship
shipping.
it. I charged 20 bucks for shipping, so I'll probably lose a little bit on shipping, not much. And I sold some disco lights for about $45 a piece, and they bought 2 of them. So yeah, not bad sales.
Yeah,
I finally sold a Denny. You know what a Denny is, right?
Nope.
It's a seal a meal thing. Comes with bags, and the Denny is what Chad uses to seal stuff. He was always talking about a Denny. He would take his um, board game pieces,
Right.
and when he fixed up a board game to resell it, he would put the pieces in a bag and then vacuum seal them with the Denny.
You know, because they don't make little bitty Ziploc bag you can just buy.
Right. He was always into creative ways to do stuff, though, isn't he? Yeah. Now
Yes,
he repairs watches.
it's fascinating what he can do to a watch. It'll look like hell, and he can. I mean, he really needs to do that on YouTube and do a time lapse. He would get a lot of views.
I know. Lag
Yeah.
says use Apple bags.
So it looks like I rented a sound bar because I bought a Bose for the old TV, and then I didn't like it because you have to turn it on. So I found a Samsung, and I listed the Bose and sold it. So I paid 20 for it. I sold it for, I think, 100 plus shipping. So I used it for a year and then sold it.
Nice. That's always a good thing. How were your sales over the weekend besides the speaker?
About average. They were high or low. A bunch of people. I put a 20% off sale on, and then something will be $13, and I get a bunch of $10 offers. I'm like, folks, I'm 20% off already, you bunch of assholes. That makes me lower than anybody already. And so if it was that, I'd counter back at like 12 or 12.50, and I think I sold about 80% of the stuff that I got those stupid offers on.
All right.
Which means it averaged about 30% off. The one thing you got to remember is when you buy stuff at yard sale at the prices we buy it at, a couple more dollars doesn't really matter.
I sold a California photograph. It's like a brochure you got on riding a train.
Right.
From like the 1940s, and I've had that in my store for 5 years.
Oh wow.
I only got $5 for it, but I was like, wow. It wasn't taking up any room, so I never got rid of it.
That was back when travel was a big deal, and you got dressed up to travel and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. The brochure was made sometime between 1943 and 1948. So right around World War II years.
Whereas today,
It's
if you
funny
go
they
traveling, half of this younger generation don't even get out of their pajamas.
I know. I like the one place that's even better to look at how people are dressed than Walmart is an airport. Because people will wear anything to travel.
They'll be from half naked to wearing parka coats because they think they're going to freeze.
Right. So anyway, I had some just like bread and butter sales. Like this is Xbox game controller. You know, just
I saw one of them. I sold a gold one.
So
I'm sure today on Josh's chat that Lag is going to have sold a gold Xbox 360 controller.
I'm sure that's right. That and You missed my rant. I
Oh
got
Lord.
back a stereo receiver got returned with a different serial number than the one I sent.
That's why I always take it. And one of the pictures is the serial number on the listing.
Yep, I got it. The serial number is definitely on the listing, and I definitely have a picture of the.
But they, for the most part, though, eBay's don't side with them or pay both parties, which because eBay doesn't have a set of cojones to do what's right.
This is the one I got back, and the last three numbers are completely different.
Did it, I mean, if you took the picture and put it in the listing, did they think you weren't going to check when you got it back?
I think they were just hoping I'd just do an automatic return,
Right.
but
Yeah, I think
I
I'm
talked to
changing
the
my return.
eBay. I talked to
Go
the
ahead. I'm sorry.
eBay rep, and he said don't pay the return until the case is resolved. So I'm supposed to know something in the next couple of business days.
Yeah, I'm changing my return policy for all my big girl underwear. They're gonna get no return.
So what's the breakover? 1x to 2x or 2x to 3x or
If you think you're a 3X, you better be sure.
Scott looks like a hitman heading to fulfill a contract.
I just look. I look like some beaten down husband picking up medicine at a drugstore.
I bet you got the equipment to do a hit.
What makes you think?
There it is. That's
one of my
pretty
buddies
hit.
at the one of my buddies at the auction pulled out these butcher knives. He's like, I could attack you right now before I put these at the auction. I'm like, you wouldn't get very far.
Mike is shipping out a Victorian
I need to
era
pick up
lampshade.
last name Zilke. I think she said she had one over here. 528.70.
Make sure you give out all your personal information there, Scott, because we're live.
I don't care.
Okay. I think with all that effort, the guy would just gone all the way and swapped the serial number stickers. I don't know if you can get it off of, or
Yeah.
at least scratched it out, I don't know if you can peel off the serial number on those or not.
On what?
On that stereo I got back with a different serial number.
But it was shown that it was tampered with. I mean, you've got pictures of it. Not it. Once they've been on there that long, it's hard to get them off without leaving some kind of. I mean, even if a lot of those older stickers have plastic in them, and if you hit them with heat, they melt or they warp or.
Right. Let's see.
And then
Robin says I had a request to return last month. Said sure, but check the serial number before sending back. Return request canceled within the hour. Yeah, I probably should have sent the buyer
I had a
something like
guy
that.
who ordered a pair of shoes last week, and he's like, 9.5s always fit. I don't know why these won't fit. I'm like, it'll be interesting to see what shoes I get back.
Mm-hmm. Mike says Scott has to do the sniff test to make sure they weren't worn. I guess he's talking about the underwear.
Hey, I did pick up one. So I went to a yard sale, and Harlan and I think I've got video of it Friday. We were the only ones there, and I picked up a set of these. I can't open them or attach to the phone. Uh, they're Pro Beats by. If y'all don't know, Apple owns Beats headphones. They were made famous by I think Dr. Dre. Um,
Yeah.
but they work just like you open them up. They work just like their AirPods. They've even still got a warranty through the end of October. She
Cool.
sold it for $10.
That'll
The
work.
original box, everything, $10. The nice thing about those is people go, but how do you know you didn't get fakes? Because they're made by Apple, they pull up the serial number and verify all that warranty information. So
Even if you
nice thing.
bought it used from somebody?
Yeah, it'll still verify whether it's they're real or not based on the serial number.
Well, that's good.
I mean, I'm sure there are people out there like Lag smart enough to change the serial number to a regular one, but that's a lot of trouble for somebody in their front yard.
Yep. Doo-doo. So anyway, start of a new week. I got like 10 packages going out, so about an average amount of sales. Uh, but some couple of pretty good ones, so I'm doing okay.
I've got like 17 on Amazon and I think 20 on eBay.
Hmm.
I'm trying to look it up, but it's hard. You have 19 on eBay.
Jennifer Hayes, how you doing, lady? Missing a couple of ladies. Where's Carol? Where's Tara? Yeah, Tom's
262
out
West
today.
Astor.
He's getting a passport. So,
Uh, her number 2992.
doo doo.
This is some kind of quiz. I've been married 30 some years. I can't remember all these numbers. Thank you.
So, Gwen made the largest ham in America yesterday. I got to carve it, so that's deep bone there, all sliced up.
So we know Tom is lying. You know, he went over to play Mr. Social Butterfly with all them young kids in at FlipCon, and
Yeah, I
now
know.
he's probably put too much stress on his heart. He's probably been admitted or something, and gonna blame it on one of them kids, like he tried to blame it on me.
uh, that was funny, that picture he sent on Facebook. Let me see if I can bring it up. I don't know.
Hazel Green,
I don't know who this is, but they had on a wild suit here. Let me share the screen.
Hazel Green is growing up. Our Culver's open today or this week.
Do what?
We got a Culver's
Oh,
hamburger place out here in the middle of nowhere,
yeah?
Hazel
Huh.
Green, Alabama. We got a Starbucks too. We are just living large.
Okay. Can you
It looks like I think his name is Wyatt.
Wyatt?
Yeah, that's what the bearded guy. He drives a funky little van to make content on TikTok. Uh, something resale is his name. Rewilded resale is his channel.
That is one crazy outfit.
I'm assuming that's who it is. I can barely see it, but somebody paid. That'll be 20 on eBay going out.
Anyway, this is the kind of folks he's hanging out with. So yeah, that would tend to give somebody a heart attack, I guess, if they were prone to them.
Yeah, I probably should have gone to that. There were a lot of resellers there, but
Yeah, I think the only reason Tom went was he didn't have much else to do, and he's got the money to pay the, what was the $350 to do it.
oh, you could just go hang out at the hotel and meet everybody. You don't have to pay that 300 or whatever.
Let's see, LipCon. Oh, I think the F just got knocked off of that picture. Anyway, what have I been watching? Yeah, John Jones says, it seemed like a lot more of the YouTube resellers than regular resellers.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I
And
know Paul.
you gotta know the difference. Are you dealing with a YouTuber or a reseller? There's a difference.
Yeah. Some of
Because
them are pretty big resellers, but they also have big YouTube channels. Like,
yeah, but
I
you get
know,
to a point. You get to a point where if you don't have help, you have to make a decision: are you a YouTuber or a reseller?
yeah, I know that Commonwealth Picker and his crew make more money on YouTube than they do on reselling for sure.
Yeah, but he's also got what 4 or 5 people with him, so it allows him to do all the selling.
Right. He'll say, yeah, I got to pull orders, and he'll go pull orders, but then he'll say, well, I didn't make any of these listings, but
Yeah.
and then I know Paul the Philly Flipper, he's solo, he didn't have any help. Mel from Australia, she's big YouTube channel, but I think she's got one guy that helps her a little bit.
All
But yeah,
right.
like Harry Tornado, yeah, you
He'll
know he's
he'll tell you straight up that they're YouTubers, not, you know what I mean. At least I got respect for him because he's honest about it.
right. I don't mind him. I'll watch one of his videos every once in a while.
Well, that makes one of us.
Oh, he's not on my gotta watch every one of them list.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
you,
have
I'll
a.
watch every one of yours. You're my hero.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make it short today just because of that.
good. I'll put a stupid comment on it. I'll pretend I'm lag and put a stupid comment. I'm not like Bumcrack Picker though. I don't watch every channel.
Yeah, it's hard. I catch some every now and then, but it's hard to keep your sanity if all you do is resell and then you make videos about reselling and then watch reselling. Damn, you gotta have some other interest.
Yep.
That's why when I'll be shipping in a few minutes, it'll either be on sharks or Bigfoot, one of the two. I will.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed listening to Josh Galt's chat. It's and I feel like it's an extension of Wednesday. It's a higher level. You got to
yeah.
carry mind.
You're breaking up. You got the robot voice going. Yeah, Josh Galt, I don't see how anybody could be a more serious reseller than Josh Galt. A lot of people, a lot of why they do it is just, it's fun. Reselling is fun. It's more enjoyable than working for someone else. But Josh is in it to
Just like
become a
gonorrhea, I'm
millionaire, I
back.
think. Josh is in it to become a millionaire just on reselling. He'll, he's even said that he's not going to monetize his
Josh has
channel.
got a lot of drive. A lot of drive.
He used to be just a gold and silver and investment type of guy. He had a big channel back in the day. Big. Like 60, 70,000 subscribers. And he got crosswise with, I think he got crosswise with YouTube on some of the reasons he was talking about that the economy was failing. Kind of like
The stuff you're not
being
supposed to talk
political,
about. The stuff you're not supposed. Yeah, the stuff you're not supposed to talk. Well, you can't talk about
right?
the economy without. I mean, it's controlled by politics.
Right.
There's no way around it.
So I think he made somebody mad, but they didn't take him completely off of YouTube. He restarted as a reseller, but he's only been reselling for like 3 years now, and he's already pulling down like 200. He's making like 200,000 a year in sales now, and he's looking to expand that. So that's a little bit more serious than me.
I need to be that serious.
Eh, I think you can work yourself into an early grave though, the way he's doing it. He talks about eating right and losing weight and exercising those, so I guess he's got me beat there.
Yes, I picked up some Nike apparel at a yard sale this weekend, and they're
Yeah,
larges, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep these so when I lose a couple more pounds, I'll at least have clothes that fit. Hell, they
nice.
already fit.
Cajun Roots reseller Johnny, how you doing, bud?
Because I tried one on last night to show Joni how much more weight I needed to lose to fit in the large, and I'm like, wait a minute, it fits now. Amazing. I went from a double X to a large so far.
Nice.
And
And
I
you're
still
doing
got,
it all without increasing exercise very much. That's
yeah,
crazy.
just not eating any, no bread, no carbs.
Yeah, I don't eat bread, but well, except for cornbread. I eat a lot of cornbread. Gwen made this to go with a mountain of ham yesterday. She's a good cook.
Oh, Joni's a wonderful cook, and that's part of my secret. Is like last night she made spaghetti, but I got spaghetti squash, and they got some regular spaghetti noodles. Uh,
Yeah,
and so it's you pick the right low sugar sauce and stuff. You know, so mine is very little to no carbs, and I eat the same thing they did. I'm beginning to like spaghetti squash better than regular spaghetti.
I like it. It's kind of a pain to do the spaghetti squash, but hey, you got to stay healthy.
Yeah, this time she when she finished baking the spaghetti squash, she put it back in with some mozzarella on it. Oh my God, that was the best she'd ever made.
Nice. Yep.
Well, I'm
Well,
about
all
to turn in
right.
my neighborhood. My signal's gonna fade again.
Yeah, I'm about talked out anyway. Thanks for coming on. And
Oh, absolutely.
tomorrow we'll be back on Tom's channel, I'm sure. Hopefully it won't take him 2 days to get a passport.
You know, lag.
And maybe I'll see you in the side chat of Josh Galt's channel today. All right, folks, we're going to shut it down now. Thanks for coming. And we'll see you tomorrow, either on Tom's channel or mine if Tom stays absent without leave. Have a blessed week, says Sadie. Bye.